Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more 0 Hour, the rematch between GooGle and BoYcaH. Best of 11, random armies. Spoiler alert, the score from before. Hopefully you didn't see that. So it's going to be random reverse, best of 11. First to win 6 games. So it's exactly the same as before, although that tournament now is done. The result of that will not be changed, but this is a rematch. Thank you to our sponsor, which is Toweleeeie, who you will probably see in the chat. So big respect, big shout out to that guy. We're seeing the rematch purely thanks to him. First map. I'm going to choose Irish Front, because it's a map that we haven't seen. I'm just going to choose what I think is fair. Air Mirror Decider. I am at 5-5. I think it's pretty perfect. I don't think it's really fair to choose like a China or a tank mirror, because I think that will favor GooGle, and I think Gilet mirror will favor BoYcaH. Whereas if we choose air mirror, I think that's kind of balanced and in the middle. We didn't discuss this before, but we need to choose now. BoYcaH having a Tox mirror, I don't think is very fair. So yeah, we're going to choose Irish Front. We haven't seen that map today, and then hopefully the players will decide to play other maps that we haven't already seen today. So yeah, a rematch before, same players as before, but this is a separate challenge now. Again, thank you to Toweleeeie, who is our sponsor. Random reverse, I agree, is more fair. BoYcaH may be right back after this game. Very, very funny. Apologies, I'm still finishing my food from before. Okay, we've got the observer mode working now, so you can see more of the map. We've got a nuke for BoYcaH in the bottom right of the map, and then top left we've got USA super weapon for GooGle. I think you still have to say that this favors the super weapon, but since we are doing random reverse now, as Toweleeeie quite rightly pointed out in chat, it is more fair. Because even if BoYcaH loses this one, it will just be a random... Well, random reverse is exactly the same as before. GooGle not going for 2 supplies, which actually I find a little bit strange. I thought he would have gone for 2 supplies. Looks like actually he's going for a no eco, and BoYcaH is doing a more defensive build order, war factory, and a barracks. So both pretty solid build orders. I am surprised about GooGle though doing the 1 supply no eco. I thought he would have done a 2nd supply here and been collecting from these piles here, but clearly not. Anthony85 says in the chat, is this a championship? This is not a tournament or anything. This is a one-off $100 challenge. Thank you to Toweleeeie. So winner of this, first to win 6 games, will win another $100. Toweleeeie already put up $100 for the previous challenge. There's plenty of money flying around in 0 Hour. Mainly thank you to people like Toweleeeie, also aka Baloney, who has put in many thousands of dollars into this game. We got GooGle going down the left-hand side with this no eco. He is going to be greeted by a bunker, though. 2 bunkers, or 1 garrison, 1 bunker, you could say. And that dozer has been killed there. I think that is a dead giveaway, that GooGle will be going for a no eco. And actually, I think GooGle got the extra supply crates there. Each of them given $100, I think. So outpost there picked off, didn't really achieve that much, but I think it's now revealed that GooGle is going for this no eco. But how is this going to do against this pretty well defended BoYcaH? Is BoYcaH going to be able to get inside that building? That will be a big difference if he does get in there. Sadly not. And if GooGle gets in there, that's actually a big turning point. Just literally a few seconds or even a few milliseconds make a big difference in 0 hour, and that is exactly why. Getting inside that is actually a big difference. So now GooGle's able to get in here with his no eco. If that power plant goes down, that is going to be bad news. I would have liked to have seen BoYcaH make more tank hunters earlier rather than going for the propaganda center. But maybe he was actually banking on getting inside of that garrison there. So yeah, once that power plant goes down, that will be bad news for BoYcaH. I don't know why BoYcaH didn't restart making it sooner, because now he's low power. He's going to be producing at 50% speed. For anyone that doesn't know, if you lose the power, you do produce at 50%. So it takes, like, let's say it takes 5 seconds to build a tank hunter, somewhere thereabouts. Now it'll take 10 seconds. So massive amount. And what you should do is start building the power plant before it goes down. There's another attack now from GooGle coming on this left-hand side towards this bunker. And GooGle's just going around trying to get the map control, really. He hasn't actually caused that much damage. And now BoYcaH's on an Overlord. He might be able to push out. Maybe a little bit premature, because this bunker here is going to cause some damage to at least one or both of these units. So maybe he needs an ECM there before he deals with that. Wants to get subliminal messaging and a speaker tower on this Overlord. Unless he wants to get a GAT Overlord, which will also be super strong at this stage in the game. Okay, bunker here from BoYcaH taking quite a lot of damage. There's another bunker being dropped down behind. This is the garrison, sorry, this is a bunker. I get my terminology right. But this is such a big attack. There's going to need to be a lot of tank hunters in there. There is 3. It's going to take down 1 V. Second V taking a lot of damage, but not completely killed. BoYcaH running out there with his tank hunters. But actually, if he kept firing on that V, I'm pretty sure it would have gone down. BoYcaH dropping down another bunker now behind. There's a little bit of a lag spike there. Shooting up to 24 ping for a second, maybe even a little bit higher. We'll see in a second. But BoYcaH's power gone down once again, and BoYcaH not rebuilding it once again. I think he's spamming so many tank hunters he didn't have enough cash for it. It does cost 1200. BoYcaH's army now coming in from the top. It's going to be a laser lock on the Battlemaster, and actually that Battlemaster will cause big damage here to the Vs. Vs just escaping. And this GAT on top of the Overlord will be able to clear out all of that stuff. So BoYcaH's not in that bad of a position, really. Yeah, he's lost quite a lot of stuff, and GooGle's got 800 XP. But GooGle is now... what's his answer to this from BoYcaH? Because that GAT Overlord with the ECM is going to be it's going to be hard to deal with.
Search and destroy.
I'm just going to move the donations bar and the ticker over to the right so it doesn't interfere with what's going on in the game. I think it's better suited over there on the right side. Okay, so GooGle coming in with his Vs once again. Is he catching BoYcaH out of position? I believe he is. BoYcaH's Overlord and ECM is back there. It would be nice if he maybe repairs that and gets a tank hunter inside of it, and then these Overlords could be over here. But now their supply is going to go down for BoYcaH, and GooGle's probably just going to run out again. GooGle's actually just sticking with the 1 supply, and now going for Auroras, it looks like. Bit of a weird build order, to be honest, because you normally would expect, in order to be able to pull this off, you would want 2 supplies. But yeah, he's not on it. So GooGle being chased away now. BoYcaH does have control of this, so he knows that oil's not taken. And I believe the Lotus will be somewhere over here, unless the Lotus got picked off. I'm not sure quite where the Lotus is. And now GooGle has to deal with this. How is he going to deal with that? He needs 1 Aurora out fast. I'm not sure if one's come in. I think 1 is, by the amount of cash that he had before and has got. The Aurora is now ready, and that will help massively in dealing with this. In fact, it looks pretty bad now for BoYcaH now that 1 Aurora is up. Yeah, that is bad news. 1 Overlord at least going to go down. Probably both. Ah, man. That's really unfortunate for BoYcaH. He lost absolutely everything there. Despite a strong performance so far, now he is way, way, way behind. He is getting the oil in the top right, so Lotus has managed to capture that. And now the Vs are moving out down to the south of the map. Anthony85 says the map is huge. It's pretty big. Probably, yeah, it probably could be a 2v2 map, I think. BoYcaH just quits. GG. Well played by GooGle. Pretty flawless strategy, to be honest. It worked out well. I would have thought 2 supplies would have worked out better, but actually GooGle showing us how to play super weapon against nuke there looks super, super good. So that's 1-0 to GooGle. On this epic rematch, again, thank you to Toweleeeie for sponsoring this. Winner will take $100. So now they are going to reverse Irish front. And now it'll be obviously a nuke versus super weapon. Just the swap of the armies, that's all. And the positions as well. BoYcaH did say be right back. So if you want to grab a drink or something, now is probably the time to do it, because I think he needs a couple of minutes. Go down probably. Okay, so now we have the rematch. We've got GooGle now in the bottom right with the Cyan, China nuke. And in the top left, we've got GooGle... Sorry, not GooGle versus GooGle. We've got BoYcaH in the top left with the red super weapon general. So will BoYcaH go for a similar strategy? Will GooGle do something different? He is sending an aggressive dozer more towards the middle, so it definitely looks different straight away. BoYcaH looks like he's also going for 2 supplies. It's going to be a completely different game this time. GooGle actually going for a forward barracks, and there is a little bit of a lag there. I say a little bit. It feels like a lot, actually, because you see the game is actually frozen there on that 27%. A little bit weird. 48 ping it did shoot up to. 60 ping. GooGle's suggesting game ranger a little bit too soon. 64 ping, that means someone's probably on the desktop or something. Something definitely just happened, maybe a virus scanner for one of the players or something like that. Don't think it was me. My computer's running as normal, nothing else is running in the background. But yeah, the ping did shoot up for some reason. So we got an aggressive war factory, aggressive barracks from GooGle, probably going to be a troop crawler. Probably going to be a troop crawler combined with the tank hunter rush. It's going to be hard to deal with, especially in this lag. BoYcaH's asking for a rematch. BoYcaH probably will favor BoYcaH, because then he'll be more prepared for this strategy that's coming. But then again, will he change his strategy? Will he stick with the 2 supplies or not? It's going to be an all-in strategy from GooGle. Where is the drone, though? The drone's way over here, so the drone can't see anything. So BoYcaH's a little bit blind at the moment. He would have had the initial scan, and he probably saw maybe a barracks go down, but there's no way on this earth that he knows about that airfield and about this aggressive war factory. I don't think you will know about the aggressive war factory, although you probably will expect it. GooGle's going for a complete all-in here. He's sending a dozer over here, probably going to try and build a gap, but I don't think that's going to be successful. But it's this attack here that's the main thing, combined with the Helix, which is now on the way. You see GooGle spent all of his cash. I think he's queued up a GAT there as well, judging by how much cash he's got there. Unless he just cancelled it, because he did just get a spike of money. I think there's 1 GAT come in. Oh no, 1 Battle Master. Okay, 1 Battle Master, same amount of cash anyway. And then GooGle will get this delayed Helix, and then the GAT. Yeah, so actually... So 1v does go down. BoYcaH saying he can't move. Not sure what's going on with the speed here, to be honest. He's definitely one of the players, not me. BoYcaH doesn't usually lag, but I don't know, man. We casted hours of games before, and everything was fine. BoYkaH's going to try and get inside of this building. Is going to succeed. GooGle's going to kill it, but it's all buying him time. He's actually only built 4 tank hunters, and that's helped him out loads in terms of getting the helix out, because normally if you build 5, I think that's how he's afforded a battle master as well. He's only built 4. I actually prefer to build 5. I believe that's the critical mass that you need, but I suppose he's doing pretty well here. Let's see. It's an all-in build order, so either this works or it doesn't work, and the game is over. Let's see. Power plant going down now. Maybe GooGle's intentionally lagging to make this V micro hard. I don't think so, but it would be funny. It's a funny strategy. It's looking pretty good for GooGle, to be honest, but once that helix goes down, it becomes significantly easier to deal with. You've got to remember the lag affects both players. Actually, now with that firebase not killed, it probably favors BoYkaH massively, because GooGle, of course, is only on 1 supply. GooGle is ready to build a second. GG. GooGle's asking for Game Ranger straight away. I feel that's a bit weird, because they've played like, what, 7, 8... They played 9 games tonight, and that was the only bit of lag, and to switch straight to Game Ranger would be a little bit strange. Okay, they both want to go to... Oh, yeah. So put the BR back screen just while we're setting up Game Ranger. It's annoying for me on Game Ranger, because let me set my name. I'm on a fake account from my last games. I don't understand why it was switched to Game Ranger. Let's put it to desktop. After just one game, it kind of confuses me. Right, user profile. We need to set where the game is picking up. Need to make sure. Is it in user profile? No. Options. I need to pick where the exe is picking its thing from, so we can still do the observer mode, which is kind of annoying. I need to browse. I think I need to pick that. So this is either going to work or not. Oh man. Yeah, I don't understand. You play 11 games and lag was 100% fine, but then to suddenly switch to Game Ranger after just one little bit of lag, who's to say it's not going to do it on Game Ranger? Revora, in my experience, is way faster than Game Ranger, but I think GooGle might be suggesting that maybe in some countries like Middle East, sometimes lag happens like later in the evening, maybe at peak times, and maybe he knows to switch to Game Ranger. I don't know. I don't understand why you'd switch. Okay, another can of energy drink. Keep the momentum going. Yo, Julian K, welcome, man. Okay, we've got GLA against Tox. So GLA Mirror, this definitely will be suiting BoYcaH, I think, because his confidence will be really high in this matchup, because I think he thinks he's pretty good, and he is pretty good at it. But I also think GooGle's got a strong army, which is Tox against GLA. You probably favor the Tox. And I also think GooGle's GLA is pretty good as well. So it's going to be a pretty interesting match. I'm going to pick Tox, but let's see what's going to happen. So we've got 2 supplies and workers sent everywhere from BoYcaH. It's pretty much what you expect. You expect 2 supplies, maybe like a half boxed in main supply, and then also 3 workers, 1 being here, 1 being here, 1 being here. You want to get control of all the flanks as well as your main base. So one interesting thing I think the GLA Vanilla can do is actually make a Toxin Tractor as like your first or second unit. Get it straight inside your tunnel and then get it over here, and you can actually kill the RPGs. You can still kill the RPGs from the tunnel, and then it also clear this building pretty well. It's a 40 ping now. Don't know what's quite happened here with the ping. It's gone down to 30 now. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not Revora. It's one or both for the players, I think. Technical here from BoYcaH. It's going to kill a load of workers. Definitely paid for itself already. There's at least 5 dead workers there. And it's actually keeping GooGle distracted for the time being. BoYcaH does need to have a good start because he is GLA Vanilla versus the Tox. Thinking about it, I think this supply here is closer to the south, and that one's better for the north, I think. But it is nice to try and go for both. BoYcaH's going for a TNT. He only brought 4 terrorists there, but he does kill the arms dealer. Would have been nice probably to have 1 extra one to make sure it does go down, but I suppose he saved $200. There's a technical getting in the main base here of BoYcaH, and there's 4 terrorists there. Is that going to work, though? He did pick off 1 terrorist, so it's basically 1 for 1 so far. Would like to see a 3rd supply here from GooGle. He does see that now. Sometimes when you can't spam units from there, it's good to actually drop down your 3rd supply anyway, because if you drop down a 3rd supply, you can't produce units anyway. You can see he's only got $500. Sneaky worker from BoYcaH, though. That is a really decent worker there from BoYcaH. Mita says, why don't I commentate on my own games? Well, if you watch my recent performance, I lost anyway. So imagine if I was commentating as well. Do I really need an extra thing to be thinking about? And do I really want to re-watch it and commentate on my own play? It does take a lot of time. So that's why. Rather just get the games up. Because I'm trying to stick with uploading 1 video at least per day at the moment. Which is enough work as it is. So, looking pretty bad for BoYcaH, to be honest. I don't really know how he's going to come back from this. There's 3 techs there, pretty well scrapped up. There's only 1 technical out from BoYcaH. He's got a few RPGs inside of there. And this war factory is well and truly closed down. Terrorist does get picked off. This one's going to get picked off as well. And I think this might be GG because BoYcaH's already on... Sorry, GooGle's already on the 3rd supply, so it's looking pretty bad. BoYcaH really needs to stop that worker. Sadly too late, though. I think it's GG now. Because there's already Scorpions out. And yes, BoYcaH's got these aggressive tunnels here. But what are they really going to achieve without a war factory? Not very much is the answer. Yo, XCal, by the way, welcome. Welcome to the stream and chat. I wonder if Delboy is watching tonight, or is it because the Mighty XCal is not playing on the stream tonight? Maybe he's not tuning in. He only wants to see the Mighty XCal. Okay, RPG's finishing off the main supply of BoYcaH. Supply is now 1 and truly on fire. And all the workers getting killed there, like completely obliterated by these 2 scrapped up techs. Yes, BoYcaH's dropping down another tunnel, but I think that's a mistake. It would have been better to probably put that worker inside of there and then build a 3rd supply here, because how else is BoYcaH going to come back from this? He's built an arms dealer over here, maybe going to try and come back, but I think it's pretty much GG because, I mean, once these tunnels get cleared up, what really advantage does BoYcaH have going for him? It's not very much. Just pick off 2 RPGs there with the terrorists. Pretty nice. BoYcaH. Oh man, I love it when BoYcaH just quits. Like, you don't even expect it. Because he doesn't say GG or anything. He just literally just surrenders. GG, well played. I think I'll try hosting now because the game was super laggy. Maybe that'll make a difference. Google just wants to quickly test the game. Ahmed Turk, welcome, man.
New construction? I'll build anywhere. Loud and clear. Made in the US of A. Sounds good. New construction? Laying the foundation. I'll build anywhere. New construction? Want to make some improvements? Loud and clear. Let's build. On the job. Good area. On the job.
I can't cancel any buildings because I've got this weird control bar thing and I can't even use a hotkey.
New construction? Getting to work. Yeah, keep 'em busy. Make my own road. Let's build. Sounds good. I'll build anywhere. Sounds good. Getting to work. Clocked in.
A Rossa in the chat said, why is BoYcaH watching the stream? Yeah, he's in the chat, but there's a massive delay, so watching it won't benefit at all, really. Gonna wait for Google to rejoin. I think I should be the host as well. I think that makes a big difference. Yeah, hopefully we can fix this. Just waiting for Google. He's going to restart some stuff, restart router, PC maybe, and maybe that can fix it, and maybe not. We did play, they did play like 7 games before, and it all lag free. And I think even the first game of this series as well. So that's 8 games in total. We're all fine, but then suddenly the lag has started. So Google's just going to try and reboot his stuff, and then we're going to kick off with the rest of the games. Score so far is there at the top, 1-1. Just waiting for Google to come back. And then we'll go. Snell1 Forel says, I hope not the real Google is rebooting everything. I don't know if you can see it is. Because I'm on my I'm on a fake account, so it looks like I'm a fake. Okay, we're gonna go now. See if this works. Google thinks it's the observer mode thing that's causing it. I disagree, to be honest. Don't really want to start messing with my settings for something I don't think it is. It's annoying as it is to try and set stuff up. I'm gonna go here, see if this works. Just gonna do a quick lag test. Oh, Mohammed, I'm sorry, man. This is not for you. Two one. Sorry, I made a mistake on the score. Okay, so let's see if it's laggy. It looks bad straight away.
New construction.
Oh, it is me,
Bring
actually.
on the scaffolding. Getting to work. Good area.
Would be interesting if it is that observer mode. Like, I don't understand that because it's all local files. My end, I don't think that can be causing it. So let me do that. But I really would be surprised if it is. I mean, it might be. So we need to go back to options, back in here. I don't want a new folder in here. We need to set generals there. Just did speed tested 250 and 100. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, this lag testing stuff is annoying, man.
What's the story? Going up? Want to make some improvements? Going up? Sounds good. Keep 'em busy. Good area. Good area. New construction.
You shouldn't be able to place that many power plants down like that.
Let's build. Good area. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Sorry, I can't build there. Getting to work. Sorry, I can't build there. Getting to work. Yeah. Loud and clear. Always ready. Make my own road. Want to make some improvements? On the job. Laying the foundation.
It's gone down to 10 straight away as soon as Google left.
Some improvements.
I think,
Laying the foundation. On the job.
yeah, I can't place down a double power now, so I think something to do with Google's connection.
Sounds good. Want to make some improvements? Keep them busy. Any more projects? Build this, sir.
So yeah, Google, I don't know what's going on, man. We'll go back to desktop and we'll try and see what we can do. All right, cool. We're gonna let them try a lag test without me. See what that does. So yeah, we will see. I'll get the webcam on for you. So yeah, we're just gonna wait. See what happens between those two. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I want to see the games tonight, and I know Toweleeeie does as well. I don't think playing tomorrow is going to be an option, so don't know if Toweleeeie will want to sponsor it if it's tomorrow. We will all want to see the games tonight. Something's going on with Google's connection, I think, but let's see. Let's see if it sorts itself out. So Google did do a restart of everything. So we'll just kind of wait and see if maybe worst case scenario we could watch some replays after they play if it really makes a difference with me out, but I don't think so. I think something's happened Google's end. But yeah, I'm not sure what. I don't really know what to say, man. Yeah, so we're faced with this lag issue. Well, worst case scenario, we can watch the replays after they play. It seems like the lag is gone without me there. There's no way it's my connection, so... I mean, even there you saw how fast I loaded. 10 ping. That looks super good. Google says better. I mean, yeah, I've played probably, what, hundreds of thousands of games? Maybe not, maybe tens of thousands of games. And everybody I play with is providing they have a decent connection. All of my games are 10 ping. Since I moved into this new house, I've got like the latest cables in the UK with like 300 meg download, 55 meg upload, like a 3 ping or whatever. There's absolutely no way there's anything to do with my connection here. But for some reason, it seems when Google and BoYcaH play without me, or maybe it suddenly fixed itself because me and Google just played then and it was just fine. So yeah, maybe we're back in then. If you hung in there watching the stream, fair enough to you. Thank you for sticking around, and we're now gonna hopefully resume. I think this is a test because they were supposed to with Tox and Gillet. To be honest, I would quite like to go back to the observer mode, so that's what I'm going to do now. It's annoying when this happens now because now this is like 10 or 15 minutes of dead time. I have to edit this out later. Okay, so let's all wish that this will work okay with no lag. Straight away, there was a little bit of a freeze there, so let's see what's going to happen. In the top, we've got BoYcaH with the red GLA Tox. In the south, we've got GLA Vanilla for Google with the cyan color. So game number 3, Google is 2-1 up. Just hoping that the ping stays low so we don't have to have another drama episode while we try and find out what the problem is. Alright, so we got arms dealer going up for BoYcaH, pretty standard. Tunnels going up on the right and in the center for Google. Google's also preparing a Terratech and got tunnel on his second supply and on his main. This is something that BoYcaH sometimes skips until a bit later on, which is the main tunnel on his arms dealer. But yes, it's pretty same build order from both players really. There is an aggressive rebel here from BoYcaH. If he sticks to the left hand side, he will be able to get here and clear out these buildings. If he goes straight into the tunnel, obviously he will die, but he wants to keep as left as possible really. Google has gone straight inside of his tunnel rather with the RPGs. And BoYcaH has managed to get inside of that building. So Google's going to prepare this. Oh, man. I think that just still went inside. What the hell? Maybe that's just next level from Google. It's got to have been by accident that he did that. Still managed to get inside of it, even though... Oh, that's a nice pick off there from BoYcaH. It's going to kill the technical, and they're going to all get killed inside. That's real bad news for GooGle. He's way behind already. It's shot up to 28 ping there. Let's hope the series can get finished without any more lag spikes. Okay, we've got 3 technicals from GooGle. Just camping outside of his arms dealer for now. Maybe preparing for a potential attack on his arms dealer. 3 technicals coming down the left from BoYcaH. Ping is pretty bad again. 30, 25, or his spikes is kind of sticking. Shot up to 44 then as well. So TT here from BoYcaH, but I think the ping is a little bit too bad there, as TT has not worked out well at all. Ping has dropped. We've got Toxin Tractor now cleared out that building that the rebel was inside. I don't think anything else was inside there. It was just the rebel. And now the technicals down the right hand side. You're going to fight against GooGle's technicals. And I think one of BoYcaH's might go down actually. They're turning around just in time. It's now going to run away. Going to probably try and get through here. But I think at least one of them is going to go down because there's an RPG inside of there. Is he going to be able to escape? Yo, T Dominant, by the way, welcome. Big technical push here from GooGle, and BoYcaH trying to defend this with his own technicals. One technical might go down here, but also GooGle's technicals are in danger of going down as well. So 2 of them do go down. There's a few RPGs here going to pick off probably 1 score, but I don't think they'll pick off a second one. But BoYcaH's already upgrading to a second arms dealer. He's already on a 3rd supply as well. So this is favouring BoYcaH so far, I think, because he's so close to a second war factory. That is now complete, actually. He's proper boxed in his workers over here with the barracks. So GooGle not in that bad of a position. He does have a forward tunnel here, and he's got a forward worker here that you could probably build a tunnel like there that would be a little bit hidden by the mountain. Maybe that would work out for him. Palace already going down for GooGle, whereas BoYcaH obviously sticking with the 2 arms dealer spam. There's no Palace yet from BoYcaH, and this is the weak part really for BoYcaH, and this is the weak part for GooGle. But he does have that this bunker here, which is going to spot that worker. So BoYcaH's going to repel that attack for the time being. This tunnel here is going to get spotted and take a little bit of damage, but GooGle has done quite a big pop with his units. But you would expect BoYcaH probably going to win this engagement because he's the one on 2 arms dealers. He's the one with the better RPGs. They've got better accuracy and quicker projectile. Can't remember the name for it. Projectile move rate or whatever. Once it's in the air, I think it travels faster. They can turn faster, so it's got a better accuracy. How many games are they going to play? It's a best of 11 here, random reverse. This is first to win 6 games. BoYcaH here with a massive defense, but GooGle is keeping up the pressure long enough for him to get to a palace and the second arms dealer and a market as well. So he's going to be on buggies with the ammo upgrade, and that's going to be hard for the Scorps to deal with from BoYcaH. BoYcaH's going to need to get to level 3, get a command center, and he's going to need to get the level 2 or 3 ambushed in order to take them buggies down. Reset the buggy count. You don't want to let him get like 10 buggies out because that becomes super hard to deal with. BoYcaH's just continuing with the spam. He will now see the buggies. One buggy does get picked off there. There is quite a lot of scorpions here as well, though. So massive scorpion engagement. I think BoYcaH is going to come out on top because he's got the RPGs at the back here to deal with that as well. Will GooGle go for a counter-attack or will he just leave it? Does BoYcaH need to drop down a palace anytime soon? He's already collecting from the middle as well, so technically he's on 4 supplies. Yeah, the rules for this are in the description. GooGle probably is going to clear this up. I would like to see a Jarman from GooGle. It would be real handy right now. There's a lot of RPGs to deal with here, and buggies from distance are taking out this one Scorp. BoYcaH is relentless with the pressure, though. He's going to keep coming with more and more Scorps, but he is wasting his RPGs here, and that Scorpion going to get wasted as well. So he's forced back at the moment. BoYcaH is going to try and clear this bunker on the right side. He is going to succeed, but is he going to be able to get inside of that? He's got 2 rebels in there. He's now going to push and try and clear this, which is probably going to succeed because he's now got control of that bunker, which makes things a lot easier. This RPG here has proven to be a little bit annoying. More of a scout, really, from GooGle. It's not really going to be causing that much damage. GooGle trying to defend this as best he can. He's got 1 market still. No worker shoes just yet. He did prioritize getting the buggy ammo upgrade. But I would like to see worker shoes very fast from him. Does give you a load of free money. So BoYcaH has got a massive army now of Scorps and RPGs. Now dropping down his palace. I would say probably at this point it does favor BoYcaH, I'm tempted to say, but it all comes down to these buggies and how well they're used. If BoYcaH does manage to pick off a few, 3 or 4 buggies here, I would probably say that's a decent pick off. But there is a Jarman Kell out now as well. And these buggies from range are still causing big damage. Scorps are getting picked off. This is what I mean when they get in numbers and you're not keeping the numbers down. BoYcaH is now on level 3, so he's only now dropping down the CC. So he should have dropped down that a little bit sooner, in my view. Because the Rebel Ambush here would just completely turn the battle. You would just use it there, get inside that bunker, and clear all of this. So it would make a huge difference there. But yeah, the command center is a little bit late. Only on almost 30%. Ping does seem better now. So don't want to mess anything up by saying it too early. I don't want to speak too soon, but it does seem better now. 16 ping. So GooGle is doing pretty well on the right side, but I think it literally all comes down to that command center and how late it was. If that command center had been dropped down a lot earlier, he could have killed all the buggies and turned the whole tide of the engagement. But literally because he decided to get it late, I think that's what's changed the course of this engagement here. TT on the oil, that's very nice from BoYcaH. Still got his oil intact. And he's actually doing a bit of a counter-attack here. That's keeping GooGle busy, but he is there with a battle bus, though. So GooGle's pushing BoYcaH back on this right side. BoYcaH at the moment doesn't have an answer for this. He's going to have to use Rebel Ambush. He doesn't have any Gamma upgrade. That would make a big difference as well. Ambush is used now. And the buggy's going to have to try and run out of there. But a lot of buggies are going to go down, but also a lot surviving. About half survived and half died. Welcome, Jendi, in the chat, by the way. We actually needed you for something before. Does the gamma upgrade from the Palace for Tox impact the buggy rocket? Does it make it stronger? I think it does. I think that's the answer is yes, but I've never tested it specifically on the buggies, so hoping you can answer since you're the master of the all the quirky little questions in 0 Hour. Maybe you can answer. So yeah, the main power for BoYcaH now is that Tox Rebel Ambush. He wants to get the gamma upgrade, definitely. He is long distance collecting here from Google's middle supply as well. Google is ahead in terms of markets, so he's got 2 markets there. He's also got 2 markets there. That's 4 in total he's got. But he did lose his oil, and he's also been stolen from in the middle. He's been stolen from his supplies by BoYcaH long distance. If you just tuned in, by the way, this is a rematch of the games we saw before. Toweleeeie was not happy with the armies and stuff that we saw before because it was random. So this is a best of 11 $100 challenge sponsored by Toweleeeie, the amazing Toweleeeie. Sponsored a lot lately and put many hundreds of dollars into 0 Hour. So he is in the chat. So big shout out to him if you want to give a shout out or a thank you to him. He is in the chat for you to do so. So Google is probably going to lose 1 buggy there, I think. Yeah, it loses 1. It does escape with the other one, half damaged, or more than half damaged actually. A little bit of a lag spike there again. What's a good PC to play this game on? I mean, check the minimum requirements online. I don't think it's actually very much. I think if you get any decent graphics card or any decent... well, I personally have got a Ryzen. I've got one of the top Ryzen processors. But I think if you get any Ryzen or probably any i-series Intel, I prefer Ryzen because I think you get better value for money. But even if you get one of the lower end ones, like one of the first Ryzens, and I'm not even against buying computer parts secondhand. As long as you buy from like someone trusted or someone with a decent rating, if you get them on eBay or something, as long as you trust the source that you're buying it from and you check it out properly, I'm not adverse to buying stuff secondhand, as long as it's not too old and you know like the graphics card has not been used for mining and stuff like that. But Google's doing really, really well here. He's pushed forward with his battle bus. He's killed a load of buggies from BoYcaH. Ping is alright now, it's 19. But all these buggies, this is doing wonders. And BoYcaH, it looks like he's lost both GLA mirrors, both the GLA vanilla and with the Tox. It looks like Google's doing real well here. He's got more markets on the way. I think he's got the bounty as well. He does have the bounty because he got $130 there from something. John McKell out for BoYcaH now, but he only has 1 market. Oh, he's got 4 markets actually. And he still has his oil, so he's definitely not out of it. This game might go long, but I'm just worried that BoYcaH might have lost too much of his base for the game to go any longer. Jendi says the rocket upgrade is not impacted by gamma. As far as he knows, anyway. That means he doesn't know. If you say as far as you know, that means he doesn't know, because I use that myself a lot. And if I ever use that on my big boss in work, he will say, well, that means you don't know. So this John McKell has been doing a lot of work for Google. He is on low HP though. There's a few RPGs left. He's going to try and pick off these. Probably wants to build that CC a little bit further back, but I think it's more of a desperation and just trying to build it fast. The reason I want to build it fast further back is because 1, it's going to get sniped by the Jarman, and 2, it's going to get revealed where what his strategy is. He wants to build it like safe where it's out of view. This Tox bomb going to get dropped right on top of his... oh man, that's BoYcaH out, I think. And it gains so much money there for BoYcaH. This is bad news. I think he's gonna quit. He's gonna quit any minute. Unless he's banking on Google not having many markets, but Google actually does have a fair few markets. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a Scud Storm on the way. So it's actually a decent position for Google. I think BoYcaH's out. He's probably going to fight this tooth and nail right to the end. But I think BoYcaH might be out of this game. It's going to go 3-1 to GooGle, it looks like. GG. Okay, so we are slightly closer to finishing these games. (3-1) is the score. It's a best of 11. Sorry, best of 11. Okay, so just talking with the players, basically BoYcaH's pretty upset at this lag that happened. It did spike particularly bad when BoYcaH went to TT the second supply, so I 100% feel for him. I do think the major mistake that cost him the game though was the delayed CC. I think if he'd have got that up like 30 seconds or 40 seconds earlier, he could have swung the tide of the battle on the right side, and he 100% would have been in a 2 times better position than he was, so I can say that. BoYcaH's going to take a little bit of a break for a couple of minutes. I don't know if it actually I want to stream, but little moments where tech runs past tunnel and drops is just wrong. So I think BoYcaH's taking a break. Well, we'll just give him a few more minutes. It would be... Yeah, it would be a shame if BoYcaH's just gone off without saying anything. And for the sponsor, I think it's not good. I think BoYcaH will come back, but we'll just give him a few moments. But in case you didn't realize, it looks like BoYcaH is a little bit angry. So I think when if you're angry like that, yeah, I get it with the lag and whatever. I 100% get it. Been there 100 times myself. If that is the case, take a couple of minutes break, go for a drink, go for a walk. just forget about it. Just forget about it completely. If he loses this set, so what? It doesn't make any difference at all. Losing this set doesn't mean anything. It's not a tournament or anything. Loses this set, he doesn't lose anything. But if he wins the set, he gets $100 thanks to our sponsor. So yeah, there's nothing to lose. It's a no-loss situation, apart from pride. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a bad situation at all. Put the webcam on for you. But I will just try and move it to there. Just while waiting for. So while we're waiting for hopefully BoYcaH to come back. So if you want to grab a drink or something, now might be the time. But I hope BoYcaH hasn't just left. I don't know, man. I reckon he'll come back, but he'll take a few minutes. Just reading through the chat. Nerty Well says size is done. Google is too strong for size. I don't know, you know. I think the overall level of 0 Hour at the moment, like the top 10 players, is on average. I'm not saying every single player is better than it's ever been, but on average, I think that the pool of the top 10, or the top 5 or top 7 or whatever you want to call it, is stronger than it's been for a long time, if not ever. That's what I think. So whether the number 1 player is better than Size ever was at his peak, or Logica was at his peak, or Rage was at his peak, that may be not true, but I think the overall level of the top 10 is now higher. Because, like, if you go back a few years, I remember when I didn't really need to practice or whatever. I could come back from like a 2-week holiday and I'd be beating most of the pros easy, winning tournaments all the time. Like 2015 or 16 or whatever. But now, if I do that, I'm not playing very much at the moment, and I'm losing a lot of games at the moment. I think Fargo and BoYcaH have been playing a hell of a lot. Google's been playing a hell of a lot. XCal's playing loads. I think the average level of the top 10 now is higher. Yeah, just my opinion anyway. I don't even know how I got into this subject. It looks like BoYcaH's not coming back, so I think that's a little bit disrespectful, to be honest, to both me, Google, the over 200 people that we've got on the sponsor, that he's just gone off. I get that he's angry. I get it. And I don't want to play in lag either, but if someone's paying $100 for you to play some games, I don't know, man. Toweleeeie in the chat, by the way, if BoYcaH doesn't come back, which maybe it looks like he's not doing, then what I propose is we keep the prize money. We remember the scores 3-1, and then next time Toweleeeie is free, so maybe anytime this weekend. I can do anytime Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm not working Monday or Saturday, Sunday. I propose we resume it with this score, because I know you sent me the prize money already, and if I start sending that back to you and all that kind of stuff, we're going to get double hit by, or triple hit by PayPal fees. So I reckon we keep it as it is, and we just yeah, we resume it hopefully Saturday, Sunday, or Monday from a score of 3-1. I don't think we just abandon this, because I think that's unfair on Google, because he's already 3 games up. So yeah, I think it needs to be finished. Jundy says he only checked the buggy ammo upgrade once. With and without the gamma, it did the same damage to a market. All right, okay, fair enough. So it looks like buggy's not affected, but RPG stingers are... Stingers do 100% extra damage. Vinax says Fargo's never won a World Series. That's correct, but Fargo's also beaten a lot of top players in 1v1 challenges. It looks like this challenge is going to be off, to be honest. Because BoYcaH hasn't said anything. He just went offline. The last thing he said was, I want to stream, but little moments. I don't understand what he means there. Where tech... I want to stream, but little moments where tech just runs past the tunnel and drops is just wrong. Oh, I get it, man. I get it. I think BoYcaH's not even worried about the money or whatever. It's just pride and wanting to win. This is what it takes to be a top player. If like I was saying to someone the other day, I was speaking to Cyan Spider, and he said, "Do you think?" He said to me, he said, "Do I think that Cyan Spider has what it takes to be like a top player, or to be among the top 20, or to be a strong player?" And I said to him, if you don't get angry when you lose, if you're not angry when you've lost and then try to rectify it, look at a replay or whatever, if you don't get that anger like BoYcaH is doing now, you'll never be in the top 10 or top 5 or whatever. If you're not even a little bit angry, then just completely forget it. You need to really want to strive to win. You need to want to strive to win, and if you get angry, then that's honestly a good sign. Because if BoYcaH didn't get this angry about losing, trust me, he would not be a top player. He wouldn't be in the top 10 or anything. So yeah. Right, let's see if these want to play now. Really hope it doesn't spike again. See what they say to like a tank mirror. BoYcaH wants snowy drought. Right, hopefully we're going to go here. I'm going to switch the webcam off so you can see more of the screen. BoYcaH wants snowy drought. Welcome to BoYcaH Sultan, by the way. And welcome to game number 5. We may finish this series. Let's see. BoYcaH took a little break. Ping seems alright now, so... Welcome back to BoYcaH. He is in the red, USA in the south. But like I said, man, he's going to be angry now. He's going to want to win. Oh, there's lag spike there as soon as I say that. Got GooGle in the north with the China vanilla. So classic... vanilla armies here, USA versus China. GooGle is in the cyan. Man, I so want to remaster or 0 Hour 2, you know. I think the sad realization is if we want to, well, if I want to like progress my channel and get like thousands and thousands of live viewers and stuff, it's gonna have to be eventually a switch of game. So like I'm hoping like some amazing new Command and Conquer comes or something that brings loads and loads more people. Like 0 Hour is good, but because it's so old, it's kind of like it's hard to get it like as the top stream on Twitch or whatever. I don't know how can we grow it even further? How can we get all the Command and Conquer players that used to play back into the game? Because I get people message me all the time, oh my god, I didn't realize this game is still played. But how do we get them to see on YouTube that it's still up and running? Yeah, I don't know again how I got onto that subject, but there you go. Just telling you what's on my mind. Right, we've got Google going for a bunker on the left side with an airfield and a bunker on the right side with a load of tank hunters. Sending a GAT out, and he's going for... It looks like he's going to go fast napalm, to be honest. There's only one GAT out, and then I imagine he's going to upgrade that. He's got 2,000 now, so I think he's going to upgrade the napalm right now. 13 is the ping. He has just upgraded it now, pretty sure. And the airfield's already finished as well. So this one GAT's going to keep BoYkaH busy. He's going to try and defend that. Got a fire base built for BoYkaH already. It's going to intercept this GAT. Has Rising been playing still? He was a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago. I don't know if he's still playing now. Oh, yeah, Sultan? Yeah, sorry, man. I do mispronounce things. You want to ask BoYkaH how long I've been mispronouncing his name for? Right, we've got an aggressive V here from BoYkaH. He's going to pick off the first dozer, and he's probably going to get in, but there is a bunker there, and this V is now under threat. Got 2 MiGs here from GooGle. He's going to probably still pick off that, even though it doesn't have the napalm just yet. He's going to get inside of that building, though. And that GAT is taking a bit of damage. So, yeah, BoYkaH now probably trying to race to make Avengers. Mark Smart said if lots of noobs come back to a 0-hour remaster, Domi will be happy. Yeah, I would be happy, man. Doesn't matter if they're noob, semi-pro, or pro. Whoever comes back to play a game. I mean, a 0-hour remaster would be amazing. Yeah, a remaster really would be good. But I don't know, man. Even if they started making it now, you're probably talking, what, how many months away or how many years away? I want something now, man. I want it right now. Don't want to wait another 6 months or another 12 months or another 3 years. Who knows what I'm going to be doing in 3 years. Anyway, enough with this rant. One Avenger is probably going to get picked off there. There is a little bit of a lag. BoYkaH probably will not be happy about that. The Avenger is going to get away. But the Avenger is going to get chased down by these GATs. Is he going to pick off the Avenger? He does not. He does survive by the skin of his teeth, only by a little bit of HP. There are 2 Crusaders here. I always think I posted a picture of this on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, by the way. Post a picture of this today. I just think the Crusader looks like such a good tank. It's a decent tank model. That was a bad hit by GooGle, though. He didn't pick... Oh, he did pick off 1 tank, actually. Yeah, to take that back. Simon said, would a second War Factory Toweleeeie spam work at this point in the game? Yes, it would. 100%. You see some of the old experts talking about that strategy. If he goes for MiGs and if he does his man spam now, yeah, you can just go for pure... you see Size do it as well. Pure 2 War Factory Toweleeeie spam. Yeah, you can do it. Nice hit there from GooGle. Nice ping now, by the way, 12. Really, really decent. That's the best it's been so far. But with these buildings here that's been captured by GooGle, that's going to make it a little bit harder for BoYkaH. Is he just going to go and try and engage this? I think he looks like he might, but now he's realizing actually probably a bad engagement. Doesn't want to lose these Avengers. The Avengers here are massive. GooGle not going for a 3rd supply just yet. It does have 4k in the bank. BoYkaH with 2k. That strategy center pickoff does make quite a bit of a difference because it obviously takes off 20% of the range or the advantage, the 20%. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Stops these getting a 20% advantage on the range by stopping the search and destroy. I think that's what I was trying to say. Oh man, he's trying to go for the dozer hunt. He's trying to go for the dozer hunt, but is he going to get it? He is. He's going to get it. Oh, that is decent. But was it worth it? Because now GooGle is going to have to hold on against this massive push that's going to be from BoYcaH. BoYcaH's just going to invest in this ball of death, and I think BoYcaH's still going to win, even though he's been dozer hunted by GooGle's you could call it a little bit lame attack from the MiGs. I'm sure GooGle would disagree. It's part of the game, But I still think BoYcaH's got a massive advantage now because he's just thrown away like 3 MiGs. And GooGle also doesn't have his third supply up yet as well. So yeah, Flashbang's working wonders here actually, taking down the HP of these tank hunters. 1v a little bit out of position there, but there is still a lot of tank hunters, so 1v does go down pretty quick. These flashbangs, though, slowly but surely are taking these down. And I think if BoYcaH just spams now everything just across the map, I'm sure it's too much. He's even got like 4k in the bank. So it makes a huge, huge difference. I was just reading the chat. I saw Exile say it was an Excal move picking off the dozer, and then immediately Excal wrote that he's back. Oh man, that's hilarious. Excal entered the chat and someone gets dozer hunted. Is that a coincidence? I think not. BoYcaH's taking back all the map control. I still massively favor BoYcaH here. GooGle's nowhere near 3-star, and 3-star is going to be what is needed here. I don't think he's going to pick off enough to get to 3-star. Although if he did get to 3-star and he did a decent carpet, it could make all the difference in dealing with his army. But I just don't think BoYcaH's going to throw away that many units in order to give away 1,000 XP. There is a lot of tank hunters out, but there's also still a lot of flashbangs around the map. There's like 3 there, and I don't know if there's any inside of these Vs here. This pick off here is going to vet up at least one of the units. Yeah, the Crusader there gets vet 1. Probably wanted to vet up the Vs there. I think they're more important, but I mean, take a vet 1 Crusader anytime. So yeah, GooGle's now transitioned into Infernos. That might actually hold BoYcaH back a little bit, but I still prefer BoYcaH's position. I mean, look at all these Vs back here, and actually something's happened to the War Factory. I think a Lotus has snuck in there and captured that. So this is everything that BoYcaH has, as well as obviously the barracks going to be man spamming, but any vehicle that BoYcaH now loses, he will not be able to replace. It's kind of a battle against the time now for BoYcaH. Dutchy in the chat says, Toweleeeie, you are a true hero. I agree, man. Needs some laser locks here. Doesn't want to lose any Vs, and they're all pushing forward. He's just going to brute force his way into this, but there is a firestorm right on top of the main army of BoYcaH. That is bad, bad news. I think BoYcaH still might be able to break through this. He wants to pick off the Infernos, but he's losing all of his vehicles that cannot be replaced, remember. Needs some laser locks here. I've yet to see any laser locks. MiGs are back in the air. Only 2. Oh no, there's 4. Now there is a laser lock. Needs to be careful though, because if he doesn't stick with the Avenger, the MiGs will just come in and get 3 kills. There is now 3-star, so actually I take that back about the 3-star. Mine drop is going to come in right on top of the main army of BoYcaH. This is looking so bad now for BoYcaH. It was literally that engagement. I don't know why he hung around there for the Inferno cannons to get a firestorm. I think BoYcaH's just going to quit again. I don't think he's going to say GG. But then again, maybe if he force fires the ground here, clears these mines with the pure laser locks, he might be able to do something here. Remember, he still has flashbangs, Pathfinders as well. I think he can still win. I think he still might be able to win. Because I mean, even if a troop crawler comes out, maybe with the Pathfinders he can deal with this. It's I don't know. It certainly ain't looking good for him, is it? I mean, Google's got 7k, 8k in the bank. He could just make an ECM and then deal with this. Yeah, I think... I mean, look how much cash both of them have got. Carpet bomb now coming in. Oh, no. Poor BoYcaH, man. This is just a flawless play by Google. I wouldn't say flawless, but it's did exactly what he needed to get the win, picking off the dozer, and then just dealt with that like a boss. Dealt with the death ball from BoYcaH real well. Pathfinder here is going to get picked off. It is not stealthed whilst moving, so Google can see it. He's also probably just going to run over this one. So this is looking pretty bad. MiGs are coming through. GG from BoYcaH this time. 14 was the ping, and 4-1 is the score. Looking like a pretty good day for Google. They're now going to reverse with the same armies. Obviously, just swap the spots. Snowy Drought. Okay, so welcome to game number 6. In game number 6, we have BoYcaH in the north with the China Vanilla in the red. A drone placed right down on top of his command center from Google straight away. And then in the south, we have Google with the Cyan USA. Google with the fast barracks, probably going to do some kind of drop. Looking going to be more aggressive. Definitely going to be a drop, I think, by doing the fast barracks. It might actually be a no eco. I think he's going to do a no eco. Yeah, it's going to be some kind of no eco. He's going to drop a dozer. He's going to drop a dozer and make a Patriot or a firebase. BoYcaH, I think he's going to do War Factory and a barracks. The other build order he could do would be could do a second War Factory, but he's actually just doing the barracks. I think that's a more safe build order. And I think actually you might be able to successfully hold against this. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so what's he going to build here? Firebase? I think he's going to build a firebase and then laser lock the trucks. BoYcaH's going to move the trucks, and he's made a single gap, but that will just get laser locked. It'll just get laser locked by this. He's going to try and run over the stuff, but he's a little bit hesitant though. You should have just. You need to make your mind up whether you're going to go for the crush or whether you're going to go for just attacking, because the gap does less damage whilst moving. Another V coming across. Well, so the first V coming across the map now from Google. It's going to probably try and go for the dozer hunt, and he's at least going to get that one. Google with the correct micro here can just run over this stuff here. BoYcaH's going to try and go for the kill on the dozer. Dozer gets picked off, and there is only one more dozer, of course. It's over here by this by the other bunker. Google is going to get it, I think. He is going to get it, but now he's going to have not very much to deal with the rest of what BoYcaH's going to throw at him. So it's going to be a low economy game versus the spam of BoYcaH. BoYcaH is still on one supply, of course, as well. Google trying to take down the barracks, but not going to achieve that. So BoYcaH's going to start recollecting from here now. And it's just if you basically hold on against this V, he's probably just won the game. But obviously he is no dozer. Is GooGle going to try and expand or go for the oil in the refinery? Okay, so it's going to be these two Vs. Is he going to be able to defend against everything that BoYkaH's going to throw at him now? Because BoYkaH's going to literally send everything straight across the map. Starting with this first army here, but GooGle does have two Vs out with an ambulance. But yeah, GooGle's choosing not to actually expand just yet. So it's going to be a low economy here, trying to micro the Vs against this attack. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to be enough, because once all these tank hunters arrive, what is going to be the answer? You can probably try and go for the base trade, but I don't know. I just think it's going to be too overwhelming. He does have flashbangs, so maybe with the correct micro, maybe this can work. Decent choice at this point. Decent decision making, I think, from GooGle to go for the flashbang. Something he does like to do, actually. I think maybe with the correct micro and with these flashbangs, maybe he can pull this off. But it's just when a blob of tank hunters like that get bunched together, even with the flashbangs, if the Vs even remotely go too close, it just becomes too hard. So he's going to wait and try and get this death ball going. But GooGle, yeah, the more he picks off here, the more the units inside get vetted up, and the more the Vs get vetted up. It's not looking good for BoYkaH so far, actually. Maybe he should have waited until all the tank hunters come. So the tank hunters are inside of here. Can he pick off one V here? Really needs to. He is going to pick off one. That's a massive, massive pick off. And actually, there's a gap back here. I didn't even see that one. The gap back there has actually stopped GooGle from collecting. So that's massive. But can GooGle hold on still? It's when another wave of those tank hunters come. That's going to make all the difference. Toweleeeie's talking about the next challenge, whether it'll be Excal versus Size. That'll be a decent challenge. We've already had that a few times before, though. I can't remember if Size won both of them or not. Or did Excal win one? I can't actually remember. But then he's also talking about making me versus Vivid. I'm free Saturday, Sunday, Monday this weekend. So if Toweleeeie, if you're free to watch it, we can find a streamer and we can sort it out. Vivid actually started playing the game because of these videos on YouTube. He's only 19 years old. I think he's from East Asia, like Philippines or Indonesia, one of those places. I think it's Indonesia, but I might be wrong. But yeah, maybe this weekend is a good time because time zones wise. We can see a big line of units coming across the map from BoYkaH. GooGle seems to have been in a dozer hunting mode, both last game and this one. GooGle trying hard to get rid of this gap. He does have a fire base here now, so even if he loses this side, he can just kind of hide behind this fire base. But will he be able to hold on long enough to get to Pathfinders? That's the big question here. If he gets another 700 XP, gets just one Pathfinder out, that can make all the difference here. BoYkaH wants to lose as least units as possible. He's got 4 Rangers inside of this. Just looking at how they sit inside of there, it's kind of weird, actually, isn't it? It is kind of weird. But yeah, BoYkaH now streaming all these units across the map. But has he just stopped with the GATs? Oh no, he is still producing GATs as well. So yeah, it all comes down to the micro of this V and this attack on this firebase. I think he probably needs more troop crawlers, maybe just a couple more troop crawlers. and just wait for a few more tank gunners to get here before you engage that. He's going to try and go for it now. Let's see if he'll break through. I'm going to guess he's going to take down the fire base, but will he be able to take down the V as well? It's just these flashbang rangers in here are so hard to deal with. He needs to focus that fast. Maybe even the rangers. Does GooGle want to pop out the rangers first? Because I think, yeah, they all die if you don't. You want to press evac on the fire base just before it goes down, but I think this is going to go BoYkaH's way. GG from GooGle. Well played by BoYkaH despite the situation. I'm just not convinced that drop from GooGle was the strongest. Because, yeah, you pick off, like, what you stopped him mining for a little bit. Oh, did I get the country wrong? He's Malaysian. Well, I said Far East, so I think that covers it. I knew he was from one of them countries. I just didn't know which one. Okay, so we're going to go 4-2 as the score. I'm just going to update that now. I might bring BoYkaH's confidence back. BoYkaH did pick Snowy Drought, so GooGle might pick Forgotten Air Battle as one of his favorite maps. Rafe says racist. Yeah, man, I agree. Super racist. Okay, USA Mirror. People are still asking where's Vivid from, even though people have said Malaysia about 5 times in the chat. Maybe not 5 times, like 3 or 4 times. Okay, USA Mirror. We've got Laser for GooGle in the bottom left, and the cyan color. Top right, we have Super Weapon General for BoYkaH in the red. Never actually realized there's actually a scarecrow and some doors on the front of that CC. You ever realized that before? Did anybody actually realize that there's a door on the CC with a scarecrow? Like, what the hell is the point in the scarecrow? Like, Zero Hour is a weird game, man. Fast barracks from BoYkaH. Delayed barracks from GooGle. He's just doing War Factory barracks, very standard. BoYkaH's going to be the one going for the drop. His second supply is also a bit late as well, but that's because he's dropped down this barracks first. Toweleeeie said, Domi versus Vivid this Saturday. Didn't know Vivid is that young. Guess I'm root for the kid. That like upset. Sorry, Domi. $300 to the winner. Amazing, man. If that's true, I will practice all weekend and I will do a job on the Vivid for your $300. Much appreciated, man. In fact, I might start training after this set. Now let's speak to Vivid and see if he's free this weekend. If you're free Saturday, Sunday, Monday, let me know time frame. You can email me later and we'll sort it out. It's not going to be today, obviously. Okay, so we've got a drop here from BoYkaH on the south and on the... Was it on the top as well? That's not going to achieve very much there. There's going to be... a bit weird from BoYkaH, to be honest. I think another drop's coming now. That one is cleared up there. It's just one lone missile defender. Yeah, in all seriousness, if I'm to play any challenges, I do need to practice more. I've not been playing very much like serious games. I've been playing the odd casino game because people seem to love that at the moment. So I probably need to start playing some Clan Wars or something if I'm to stand a chance or to do actually good. Thirsting says, is there only a part 1 to my USA guide? Yeah, for now there is, but part 2 and 3 are probably coming. Okay, this drop from BoYkaH is actually doing pretty well, but GooGle is not collecting at all. He's got one ranger here, but there is missile defenders like both sides here, and BoYkaH behind this has actually got a war factory out now. He's collecting with 2 Chinooks, but there's an aggressive V inside of the base for GooGle. Inside of BoYkaH's base. There is a V, been laser locked there. Actually, V from both sides going down there, and BoYkaH's moved his stuff, but actually now his Chinooks are under threat in his main base. He does now pull them, but he's also lost his missile defenders here. So GooGle is now probably, you could say, at an advantage, because he's being the aggressor. BoYkaH's not collecting, and he's also got the weaker army. So despite BoYkaH's decent start, GooGle has held on super nice. GooGle's USA mirror is super, super good. Anthony85 says Domi likes money. I do, man. I told you, if it was up to me, I'll quit my job. If I can make enough money from 0 hour and from streaming, I will quit my job and I'll do it all day. It saddens me that I have to go back to work after we've had the lockdown. I'm back in work. Okay, so this V is somehow miraculously going to survive. It is Vet 2, so it will self-heal anyway, but it does have a battle drone as well. Reviews here from GooGle. Man, GG from BoYkaH. It's going to go 5-2. It's got the weaker army, so you could say BoYkaH might win the rematch. Let's see, but yeah, GooGle makes it 5-2. It's going to be... but BoYkaH can't lose any one more game, because it's best of 11. It's his first to win 6. Vinayak says, me and you should team up in the 2v2 tournament. I don't think you can choose teams in this new 2v2 tournament. I think it's drawn at random. Like one pro, one semi-pro, one noob or whatever. So, yeah, I don't think there's any choosing teams. But yeah, it would be nice. Thank you for thinking of me. Okay, so we're going to see Forgotten Air Battle, the reverse of what we just saw. Toweleeeie says 300 for the winner, $50 for the loser. Oh, I'm happy just losing. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let me or speak to Vivid and we'll see what we can do. Ali Reza said it should be 300 to the winner and minus 100 from the loser. Nah, man, I don't like that. Okay, so we've got the reverse of before. You can imagine it's going to play out similar to before, with GooGle now being the more aggressive one because he's got the weaker army. But let's see. So we've got GooGle in there. Let's introduce him first since I'm saying GooGle. GooGle in the top right with the super weapon general in the cyan color, or teal as some people like to call it. And then this bottom left, we've got BoYkaH. Legendary BoYkaH with the red USA laser. So yeah, I think the super weapon, in all fairness, does have to be the aggressor here. You can't really just sit back because your Vs are more expensive. Naturally, if you just play a normal game, you will lose the game eventually. BoYkaH going to do probably the same build order as GooGle did in the previous, but GooGle looking like he's going to do something different. Is he just going to do... I mean, where's his second Chinook? I think that's late, you know. Oh no, maybe it's not late. I don't know, maybe it was a little bit late. Going to see 4 missile defenders from GooGle with a ranger inside. I think he's going to go to one of the oils, drop that off. So be the further one. So I think that one is further, maybe. And then this one's just going to get captured by that one. So he's going to go for an oil capture build. He's going to send a dozer over here as well to run over any potential rangers. But is BoYkaH going to recognize what's up here? He has got a drone right over GooGle's base, so he is probably going to have seen that he built 2 rangers, and you can probably anticipate there's going to be an oil capture build order. And this drop here from GooGle needs to keep BoYkaH busy enough for him to get both of the oils. If this drop doesn't do very much, which it might not, it's keeping him busy for the time being, but BoYkaH's getting more and more Vs out the longer this goes. He's now going to drop it over here. There is a ranger here. Is it going to be a fast laser lock on the Chinooks? A little bit fast. There is a ranger here, though, so it's going to help clear that up. Nice laser lock there. Counter laser lock. Google now ready to capture this, and he's also pretty close to here to capture this as well. But what BoYcaH should have done, I mean, it's all right in hindsight as the observer mode, is maybe send one of the dozers to the enemy oil. Something that Size often likes to do that. Not a lot of people realize, even when people are casting or watching the replay or whatever, not realizing Size will even like use every unit. He'll send dozers. I've seen it on this map even as well. Send the dozers to the oils and you can just get the crush, and it can actually change the game massively. Whereas if Google gets both of these oils, it actually doesn't look so bad for Google, despite the bad matchup. Nice laser lock there from Google. 2 Vs going to go down, maybe even a third. Not a third. Okay, 2 Vs. Still quite even, I would say, but the 2 Vs going down, and if that Chinook goes down, this is a big difference as well. If that Chinook goes down, that's bad news for him. There's escape on a very low HP. The V does go down as well, actually, from Google. I don't think BoYcaH should engage that, because I think Google's laser lock we've seen is pretty on form at the moment. Don't really want to engage that. Probably just let the missile defenders fight it out. Oh man, he doesn't want to send that back too soon. I think you probably could still... I think it's quite a 50-50 game, to be honest. It's because BoYcaH's not collecting there, whereas Google is on both of the oils. I think I still probably prefer BoYcaH's position, because you are on the 2 supplies. You've got the tow missile upgrade. This V is going to get in. BoYcaH's not paying attention here, or just not seeing it. It's right at the bottom of the map. Laser lock here from Google, and he's going to laser lock probably both these. Them two are going to laser lock that one. Actually, super fast laser locks here from Google. Google is right in the base of BoYcaH. Another 3 Vs coming across, and there's a ranger there as well. Probably could capture the refinery. BoYcaH going for a counter attack here at the top of the map. BoYcaH now realized that Google has the oils. You see, if he just sent both dozers to them oils to stop the oil capture, I'm pretty sure he could win the game. Now BoYcaH's losing both of his dozers. Google is just on fire today. Doing really well. I heard he had I saw in the chat before Xcal saying that he beat Fargo 7-1 either today or in the last couple of days at least. So Google playing phenomenal at the moment, doing really, really well. Looks like he's going to make another $100 from Toweleeeie, our sponsor today. It looks like he's going to take this series. BoYcaH seemingly not quite on Google's level today. Missile defender's going down, supply's gone down, power's gone down. Both those has gone down. No GG from BoYcaH. GG from Google, or GG's rather. Well played. Really, really well played by Google. Winning both sets. Spoiler alert there, by the way. Winning both sets today against BoYcaH, and also yeah, I heard good performance against Fargo as well. So super, super good performance. Google does take that series. So yeah, GG, well played to Google. Another $100. Big thank you to Toweleeeie. Hopefully this weekend then we'll have me against Vivid. We'll try and sort that out, but we can't be 100%. So yeah, GG, well played. Thank you to Toweleeeie for sponsoring this. Been amazing. And then hopefully we'll see you later in the weekend. So GG, well played to Google. Enjoy his $200 that he made tonight. And I'll see you very soon.